YouTube sick video today. I told y'all 3 videos a day now, bro. 3 videos a day. Well, except for Thursday to Saturdays, because those are the days I be working. So today, so on from Monday through Wednesday, look out for 3 videos a day. I'm telling y'all, bro, help me get up there. Then I'm gonna try to do some gaming videos still, but like I told y'all in the last vid, gaming hasn't been for me, but I give it a try for y'all, bro, But anyways, but let's get to this next video. This is the most embarrassing moments in the NBA history. Let's get into it, bro, cause I hope this jump funny.
From pooping your pants mid-NBA game to accidentally making out with another dude, these are the most embarrassing moments in NBA history. It was game 1 of the 2008 NBA Finals. Lakers versus Celtics. Kobe versus Boston's Big Three. So the crowd at TD Garden was packed and ready to witness greatness. But what they got instead is one of the NBA's most embarrassing moments. During the third quarter, with 6:57 left on the clock, Kobe dribbled around a screen and drove to the rim for a floater. But during the shot, Paul Pierce randomly dropped to the ground, holding his knee. It looked like he just suffered a horrific injury. I mean, he couldn't even stand up on his own. So 3 guys picked him up and carried him to a wheelchair. But on their way out of the game, there was a kid sitting courtside that saw the real reason Paul was escorted out, and he knew it was no injury. Just look at his reaction. He smelled lies in the air. Paul was escorted the rest of the way to the locker room, and it looked like he was done for the night. Only thing was, 2 minutes and 30 seconds later, a white flash came running out of the tunnel. It was Pierce. He's back. And when he stepped on that floor, the crowd went crazy. And Pierce came in with a spark, hitting clutch shots to seal the deal. And Boston won 98-88. But the biggest question was, what happened to Pierce? How did he recover so fast? Was it all a publicity stunt? Well, it turns out that Pierce was so embarrassed about what happened, it took him 11 years to finally reveal the truth.
11 years ago today, wheelchaired off the floor for reasons he will keep to himself.
I have a confession to make.
Whoa.
I just had to go to a bathroom.
Another one or
I had to go to the bathroom.
But why did you need a wheelchair to get to the bathroom?
It was that bad.
Something went down. I had to go to the bathroom.
Oh.
You were streaking?
Okay, anywho, injuries.
That's it.
Not only did Paul Pierce himself in the middle of a game, when he came back to the game, he wiped his covered hand on his teammate. Ugh,
No.
disrespectful. You went back to the locker room, had toilet paper, new clothes, moist towelettes. Paul, you had everything you needed, and you used this man's shirt. Shame on you. Honestly, I'm sick of this man. I don't even want to talk about him anymore. The only good thing I can say about him is he didn't make me watch a dude makeout session. Yeah, a while back, 2 dudes kissed each other during an NBA game. That's a whole new level of embarrassing. Unless it was intentional? See, during the 2017 finals, in a game between the
Hey man, he ain't have to do man Kyrie like that though. Like he baby do.
Cavs and the Warriors, tension was at an all-time high. Golden State was up 3-1, and they were looking to close out the series in Game 5. But the Cavs were not trying to go home without a fight, literally. And with 3 minutes left in the second quarter, Cleveland was down 15. Trying to close the gap, Kyrie drove to the hoop for a layup, but he missed badly. And that's when him and David West got tangled up for the rebound. But thankfully, everyone acted like reasonable adults. They got over it and lived happily ever after. Guys, come on. If you've seen any of my videos, you know that's never how it ends. Went down. Because what actually happened is, Tristan Thompson rushed over and tried to handle it himself, pushing West right in front of the refs. And that's when it happened. The 2 locked eyes, and it must have been love at first sight as David went in to seal the deal.
This nigga is wildin', bro. To put the effects on it, he wildin'.
That's a double technical right there on both of those guys.
You know, after watching this, I think Tristan was trying to tell us something. He was trying to tell us that you need to drop a like and subscribe, or Tristan finna pull up and kiss you. Yeah, that's right, on the lips. I know you can't risk that, so what are you doing? But anyways, David West wasn't subscribed, so whether he liked it or not, millions of people saw their first kiss on live TV. Even LeBron had to witness it up close. But he's no stranger to embarrassing moments. Back in 2019, the Lakers went up against the Jazz, and LeBron did something he hadn't done in a while. He wore his signature headband. Only difference was, that night, something was off about his hair. See, LeBron had, allegedly, gotten hair surgery and plugs put in that offseason. But his barber insisted that it wasn't true, saying, there's no dye, no additives, no preservatives. Everyone thinks he's dyeing his hair using temporary hair colorings. It's all his hair. And I mean, hey, it's his barber. We gotta trust him, right? Well, during the matchup, LeBron was playing well, getting to the rim, hitting his jump shots, but things took a turn for the worst. With 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, Troy Daniels steps up to the free throw line, and as LeBron walked toward the bench, Anthony Davis tried to warn him, but it was too late. Now, I know it might have been hard to tell what happened, but cameras at a different angle gave us a closer look. LeBron's hairline was f***ed up. And the worst part was, he didn't even realize it, because during the post-game interview, you could literally see his hair peeling up.
You see it right there.
Being able to have the luxury of moving AD to the 5. Where he's very good in the paint, bring him out to the perimeter, and it allows driving angles forward, and it gives us...
God damn, Bron. What the hell's going on with your head? And man, I just looked it up. Hair surgery cost 15 grand. I hope LeBron got his money back, cause he got clowned relentlessly on Twitter. And then he had no choice but to give up the headband forever. It's hard to get more embarrassing than your hair malfunctioning mid-game. But somehow, Michael Beasley did just that. During a game between the Lakers and the Thunder, LeBron was injured, so LA was relying on Lonzo, Kuzma, Ingram, and the one and only Michael Beasley. During the first quarter, the Thunder absolutely lit the Lakers up. Dunks, alley-oops, threes. OKC was bodying LA, and as their shooting streak continued, they went up 32-17 with 3 minutes left in the first. So, it was time for LA to bring out their secret weapon, the GOAT himself, Michael Beasley. Coach Walton called his name, and Michael checked in at the scorer's table. Then, this happened.
Moments ago, now here is one for the books. Michael Beasley looking to check in for the Lakers, and then is told, hey Michael, come on back, you're wearing the wrong shorts.
I got 4
and he
words.
heads back to the locker room instead of wearing the proper shorts.
This dude. I've seen that look before. Yep, he's high. Honestly, he's lucky though. They let him run back into the locker room, change, and check into the game. And after the Bees went to work, the Lakers rallied all the way back to win, 138-128. But to keep it real, he was probably too stoned to feel embarrassed, or even remember it happened. But Beasley isn't the only one who got a little too stoned before a game. J.R. Smith's high ass caused one of the most embarrassing moments of his life. Only thing is, he wishes he could forget it. It was game 1 of the 2018 NBA Finals between the Cavs and the Warriors. Both teams were playing out of their minds, barely missing a shot. And luckily for Cleveland, LeBron came ready to play. He was having one of the best games of his career, so it looked like Cleveland could pull off an upset. But everything got crazy in the final moments. It was 107-106, with 8 seconds left on the clock. LeBron had the ball in his hands, and he was ready to make the game-winning play. But out of nowhere, George Hill was fouled and sent to the free throw line. The Cavs were only down 1, so make them both, and you win the game. Easy enough, right? George sunk the first to tie it up, 107-107, with 1 shot to win it all. He lined up for the second free throw, then this happened.
Hill misses, rebound goes to the Cavs. J.R. Smith brings it back out, throws it to Hill. Hill shot blocked. And we'll go to overtime. You get the feeling J.R. Smith thought they had the lead.
He didn't know the score.
I think exactly.
That's a bad mistake by J.R. Smith.
And LeBron James was trying to get a timeout.
And LeBron James is wide open at the top when he gets the rebound.
Watch James. Now wanted a timeout, but too late to get it. And 5 minutes go up on the clock. Overtime here in game one.
That nigga
What
bad.
in the was JR doing? This man grabbed the rebound, had a chance to win the game himself,
Man,
or
literally,
at
that's
least
it.
pass the ball to someone else who could. But it turned out, somehow, JR thought the Cavs were up, so he just dribbled out the clock. And even though
Yeah, but
LeBron
you
had
can
51
never get,
points, they still lost in overtime, and eventually got swept 4-0, losing the series. I literally can't imagine anything more embarrassing than accidentally costing your team the most important game of the season. Well, I mean, there was that one time with Kevin Durant. See, if you know Kevin Durant, you know the dude's got a Twitter problem. And in 2017, he had just won his first championship with the Warriors. People had been clowning him all year for joining a super team. And eventually, KD had enough. Someone tweeted at him, "Man, I respect the hell out of you, but give me one legitimate reason for leaving OKC other than getting a championship."
That's what
I
I
mean,
said,
it's
that's
a
why I
fair
like him
argument,
that year,
but when
man.
KD responded, things got weird. Durant tweeted he didn't like the organization or playing for Billy Donovan. His roster wasn't that good. It was just him and Russ. Then he added another tweet saying, "Imagine taking Russ off that team. See how bad they were. KD can't win a championship with those cats." Wait a minute. Did I just read that right? Was KD referring to himself in the third person? Yep. It turns out KD forgot to switch to a burner account before clowning on his old team and defending himself. I mean,
Damn.
that was pretty desperate, bro. I feel kind of bad for KD. The dude's worth $170 million, and he's worried about what some random text on a screen is saying about him. Embarrassing. But not as embarrassing as James Harden's moment. Back in 2020, during a game between the Rockets and the Celtics, Boston came in red hot, winning 11 of their last 13 games. And with it being a primetime matchup, they wanted to make a statement. Boston came out and dominated Houston from the start. But luckily, Westbrook and Harden kept the Rockets somewhat in the game. The two were hitting shot after shot, trying to bring Houston within 10 points. But as the first half came to a close, one play stood out from the rest, and one fan slowed it down for us.
When he tries to get up, look at his shorts. It almost looks like he has a poop stain that's going through his shorts or something. Watch. Look at that. What is that, dude? That does not look good. What is that? Looks nasty, man. I don't care what nobody say.
First of all, why is you looking at that hard? Looking that hard, that man crack or towards his nuts or whatever, bro. Like, you're watching the basketball, you watching basketball games, just be watching basketball. Not to be looking at somebody ass cracking nuts like that. Like, so first of all, this dude is wrong. But at the same time, that shit is still funny though. But
That looks
like
nasty.
without kissing shit.
Ah, no! That's disgusting! I need to wash my eyes! Ah! Oh, Jesus. Now, what's even crazier is that Harden intentionally pooped himself. This was all part of a master plan. One fan in the stadium named Dr. Barry McCockiner figured out why Harden did this, tweeting, "James Harden his pants to honor Paul Pierce, who's in attendance for tonight's game. Rarely see superstars show respect to legends of the past like this. Awesome."
I don't give a fuck. I would not shit myself at a basketball game. First of all, you are a superstar, my nigga. Probably going down Hall of Fame. Well, now you is going down Hall of Fame. But still, you gonna shit yourself on purpose to honor another man? No, bro. That's dead, bro. Who in the hell thinks of that? Like, what? No.
Yeah, this was just another step in Harden's master plan. The first step was to grow out his ridiculous beard and transform into the superstar we know today. But surprisingly, Harden's transformation isn't close to being the craziest in the NBA. We've seen guys start wearing dresses, get hundreds of tattoos, gain ridiculous amounts of weight, and that's just the beginning. Oh, you want to hear more about that? Well, click right here. These are the craziest transformations in NBA history. And trust me, you want to see what Russell Westbrook did. It's ridiculous.
I know Westbrook ain't have on no way. Yo, bro, that's the end of the video. Hey, man, that might be the next video. The crazy transformation in NBA history, because yo, that looks ridiculous. If Westbrook really did that, he might lose some points off of me, bro. I'm not gonna even lie, but like Westbrook is one of my favorite players. But now you know what I'm saying. He all washed up. That's why he had washed it now. But it's cool. He gonna get back to himself. You know what I'm saying. I still fuck with Westbrook, whatever. I still play with him on the game. You know what I'm saying. But other than that, like, yeah, bro. Make sure y'all follow the Instagram, the Twitter. My Instagram is at Dixhill. Twitter is at MarcyFroze. Make sure you get the merchandise. You know what I'm saying. Make sure you get the merchandise. That's my merchandise clothing for Instagram is called Money Thug Clothing. Just DM me and let me know what size you want, whatever, and I'll get back with you. But other than that, hey man, I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all have a good day. Love y'all. Stay blessed. Be safe, man. Make sure y'all mask up.